So, um, that here is that what I made already video. Because it's the same dirty tricks. And here it's about. I told he come over to me with the pump to pump the air, the thing out. I didn't know that he took the pump, and actually I prepared already a tape to that the part where you give the thingy, the wave to pump it out, that it don't fit properly, and that you give a tape around that it's sealed properly. That it's yeah, but I told him that, but whatever. Then he yes, it's certainly too exhausting. Then he stopped it, and yeah, there was nothing with the yeah. But I pumped the thingy out with water. That I did, and just to put the H in it. The point is, some days before, I forget to take a vessel with me, container, where I can give it the yeah, but the whole time only full of shit, really they had. And because of gaslighting, that guy pulled off only gaslighting, really. And because I'm only busy with the shit ancient room, with the water pump and uh, yeah, he have gasoline. And but he took no gasoline with him. Why I should put the engine in the digger and cannot start it? That is bullshit. That what he want. He needed the battery charger. That was the rest was only a blah blah and a bullshit. Only that he can't take that. And I mean, when he took me, that is now 2 weeks ago, or 1.5 week, he took me to shore that I can go shopping. I told him, yeah, before he go to wherever he go, that he also don't tell, in the Caribbean, to treat his cancer. If he, yeah, I don't know if he had. He coughed the whole time, but someone who has CPO, COP have also cough also like crazy. So, whatever that is. And that it show me all what it is, that I know it, and I make a record with the telephone, and yeah, he smiled only, and that is what sucks me the most. Always his stupid smile. So if he had no more, but don't, and then he was also from up down. I'm high educated machinist for installing factory streets. What that guy did here, and there's anyway, I explain it anyway. I don't know if he works for the CSA or he was really an explosion technical, and so on, but when he is, I explained it in the other videos. When he told me the upper battery is a 24 volts and the others are 12 volts. I mean, sorry, when I do such, I know that it's not the case. The upon is 12 volts, the other this one was 6 volts, and that is all. I mean, I know how I measure that. Yes, and I know where I have to. If it is serial or parallel, and that is obviously everywhere. It doesn't matter how I measure it. It is 6 volt. So that have 6 volt and the 12 point. Yeah, that's stupid. And the next is that I have my stuff still in Tampa, and he told, "Oh yes, in an extra storage place." And yeah, we have anyway to search that, and he can go with him, and then we bring that down. Nothing. Anytime I needed anything from shore, he was gone. I said, hey, where are you? So yeah, we drove already. The whole time. I mean, all that I waste money at the beginning. He want that I buy a generator. I have 3 photovoltaic panels. Why I need a generator? It is not too hot, and even it is already cold enough. If it's a little bit hot, and already I need to close it. That goes the whole time. You get stupid. Only blah blah blah. Only blah blah blah. I explained anyway in the other videos, and then I told her that I'm sick of it because I need to leave the USA, and that is, I mean, I'm the developer of the marine counter-drive. Yes, in Mexico I had police protection because 3 cats of mine was in a row murdered, and I can show that all. Yeah, I'm sick of it. I sent it by email. The links and the pathology report to the legal address to the police, but that is certainly in Spain. Yes, man, that is ridiculous. Man, that is a guy, that is an asshole who worked definitely for that guy who do all that shit. Yes. And I don't care what he sells. It is about the state right now. He told in the car from that was from Englewood to here. And it was 4.5 hours. Oh, yeah, they both have this and they both have that and da. And the guy, well, he bought it, invested $60,000. I said, sorry, well, a guy, yeah, well, that he told here. How is that? 60K, yeah, 60,000. Look on Podcast Yachts or any broker, what you get for 50,000. And then look at what state that is. Come on. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. I bought that for 10,000. Oh yeah, well because he liked me, he gives it for 10,000. Yeah, I know. And, no, really, yes, that is a 10. He said 2,000 miles, and then I show him the 2,000 miles. How many kilometers? That measurement is in kilometer. Always that, blah, 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 blah. Stop text me. Yeah, stop text me. Stop texting me. Because I'm the superstar and you are nothing. Så nog har hört. You see what I mean? I watched because my ex-wife, hopefully soon, a lot of videos about psychopaths, gaslighting, and so on. And that is exactly that. Yes? When there are no arguments, then violence. Or sneaky mold allergy and allergic asthma, more than the food by the eggs and so on sort of shit. Yes. I mean, yeah, okay. But the chat, and the problem is, I don't know if there's so much, really. Wow, I get sick of it. I get really sick of it. Anyway. That is 25 maximum, not a 50 gallon. Because that was not, it was 5 cans was that. Look. You see? Oh, no, I have to tell this is insane. It's insane. So when he installed the bag and put it out and so on, I was wondering seriously that physics that at first he told that is the inlet and that is the outlet. Only about the size when that up on the deck have a bigger logical, yeah, a bigger diameter that you can fill it like, and the normal pipe here has that diameter that is the inlet and that is the outlet. So opposite. And the next is basically physically, how should that, when that is here fixed, yeah, when the bag is nearly empty, provide water when there is not a pipe completely down to the end of the bag. That is really basic physics, really basic physics. And I don't know what he did, if there is anything. The problem is I don't see anything. I tried to check if there is a pipe inside, but I don't know how to check that, because maybe he has a pipe, but he didn't install it. I have no idea. But I never had a pipe. I had only stainless steel tanks. Yes. Yeah. But yes, by a bag, you cannot see anything. When I have a real tank, and how told, that here is a 25-gallon bag. Yeah, because I had 5 from that cans was running, and that is a 5. That are not 10. That are not 10 gallon. That are 5 gallon. And 5 times 5 gallons are 25 gallons. So also here he lied. He said, "Oh, it's a 50 gallon." No, it's not. And that goes the whole time. That goes the whole time. It's the same like with the batteries. He told that it's a 12 volt and that it's a 24 volt. I showed you in the last video that here is definitely for 24 one, and that, so that I don't know if that, but that 2 banks are definitely 6 volt. And how told, that goes the whole time. So should I trust such a guy? Should I trust? That goes the whole time. Yeah. Should I trust such a guy, or go on open sea, and then all from all sides the pressure that I leave? There are murders come, and I don't know if there are murders come because they don't know the guy really, how his real face, yeah, or they play with. Are they simply stupid or don't know anything? Or yes, I mean, I make later a record again. I made it one yesterday in the night, but because I'm really so sick of it. But also said I dropped today something in the maybe the you know, when you drop something in the water, they raise it to sea. But it's not so cool to see, but maybe I get it again. So I hope it is to see. That not so good, but that water is certainly not clean, and you saw what yesterday he wrote. Yeah, you saw what he yesterday wrote, and we do around with that out reaching, and the thing I wrote told in the other video. They know that I cannot go to shore. That bag has to definitely to fill and empty several times until the whole shit inside from production so that is cleaned. I'm forced now because I had no food today. Now it's 10:44, and in the morning I made the rest from that pan coffee. No butter, no food. That's the reason why I opened and made that. That take water from that. And my come on. You know any idea about human rights? Huh? That's what I mean, yes. What is done to me from all that scum, yes. And that is only possible because you all that audience would see my videos, they are psychopaths. Normally, when that amount of videos, that is the point. Yes. That amount. Yes, terrorists get in Spain 50,000 €50,000 for 3 weeks, for 3 fucking weeks. This is ridiculous. By me get it off since years, yes. And no, nobody cares. Nobody cares. How in the other video I told you, and you got the pollution or whatever, you deserve it. That is the reason why Will Divine sent me, because I'm not so easy to kill. Yes. And who but that is a little piece of shit. Who is the coward to stand up and fight that is a piece of coward shit. Yes. The human rights are very clear about that. The laws are also very clear about that. Yes. Fuck you. Really fuck you. And by all that in summary, when I go to the police and report that, and it comes for a charge, then gives is for there only one decision, and exactly that. But yeah, at first the boat must be completely in a proper state. Doesn't matter if I paid 10,000. He told that it. He put. You read it on the thing. 60,000. 60,000. In what state was that? I mean, that is no $60,000 boat. It is very clear. How told? Look on top of whatever. Yes, it is no $60,000 boat. Yeah. And that is there by the cables cut by the instruments, and normally I should be able to start the engine from the cockpit. That don't work. I mean, that goes on. That list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Endless, go that list on. Yes, and that is insane. And then that pushing me on open sea. What is that? That is torture. That is making fear. That is murder. But all that what was murder trial. Very clear. Yeah. Basically, from a professional had that boat made a proper survey, checked what all is, then comes the problem before a judge, the result, yes. And then let's see, that is the proper way in a country where the rule of law is, okay? That laws really obey the human rights, okay? That is but when you judge and see that, yeah, and you're no Freemason, that is a corrupt piece of shit, then what you would decide about that? What you would decide. And that by a guy that is, because exactly that shit, but how all each is overstayed now since, I have an idea, since end of April, May, since beginning May, overstayed, because exactly all that shit. But the Austrian government pulled the same off. Yeah? That is the driving license and this and this and this and this and this and this and this. Yeah? And then the banks here, yes, I asked them, with the driving license. With the driving license I can reach that boat with a proper, I can drive around in Florida, check all boats by my own, don't need any video calls or whatever, and then I can check it in person, in real, and check this without that any idiot like he flitzed around, yeah, fast that I could not see anything properly. Yeah. That's it. Hey, sorry. Yeah, and again. The depression, I had on only 14,000 at that time, yeah. I need a boat. Total shit. Yes, when I knew that, seriously, when I knew that at the beginning, I go to Mexico, make my money. When I get the 28,000, I go immediately to Mexico, give a shit on all that bastards, when I know that. But the point is, I have the right of a boat. This is the freedom of movement, okay? The freedom of traveling, yeah? The freedom of And so, this is my right, fine. This is my right, okay? You cannot give a shit on that because you signed it. Yes, they will say signed that, okay? They signed us also, but they give a shit. Yeah? They give a complete shit. Yeah? They know that state. I sent them the other way. The embassy, which they have to obey. They have to care about it. That nothing happened to me. They have to care about my life, my life, my health, my belongs. Okay? But you further shit. Normally, the embassy must report the BVA and the bank anyway, and that already in Bogota, because Bogota is responsible for Panama. Yes. At that moment, it is a criminal case, it's very clear. When I buy a boat in that state, and to get on that state, and pay money for that to someone, then it's embezzlement. Oh, actually, but that was also is sabotage, yes. To be serious, yes. And they give a shit, yes. They give a shit, yeah. And that goes on in Austria since, to be serious, since I'm in the gymnasium, yeah. The gymnasium is the way to the university where I want to study atom physics, yeah. And then such gaslighting, yeah, to feel, but by me don't work such. With my that don't work by me, yes. That psycho shit, yes. That he can stick in his ass, that criminal piece of shit, yes. But that he's a criminal, that is very clear about all that, yeah. So, I throw now that here inside, yeah, because that should not make any problem. Normally in a bigger tank should be anyway a filter what make that not possible. I could also take a coin, but I'm not sure if that works. I take that. So, now to get now the right angle, this is tricky. That is really, really tricky. Okay. Okay, I let it fall. You see it? It was clear to see. Yeah, this is a lot of water in the bigger. And I can do what I want. I cannot pump it out. Good that work. Anyone? Moment. I mean, do you anything about sea laws? Do you know anything about sea laws? Yeah? So for us, me, with that boat on open sea, but that state, but that background, what I have, that background, what he has, if it's true, come on. Okay, I should next. That I tried to show yesterday, but look at that. That is that. Oops. Sorry. I don't know if that is the sign that it works. But I would not surprise if it is, because the building you see, yeah? You saw it, hopefully. And if not, then scroll it back. Yeah? I say 2,000 miles, yes. Gosh, but I saw 2,000 miles, yes. 2,000 miles are sea miles. How many kilometers? Yes, and on the screenshot you see that from Texas to here. How many? It doesn't matter. Yes, it is ridiculous. It goes the whole time. It goes the whole time. It goes the whole time. Big blah 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 blah. Yeah, yesterday in the night I checked the whole the lights and all. This is the reason why the Austrian pension insurance didn't send me that money, but it's not also a minimum 6 or even 7,000 euro or rest, it doesn't matter. Yeah, because in November I get the double pension, and yes, they want the bank from me. Yeah, and how the bank, the Austrian Babak PSK did, was criminal. And they refused. I told in the other video, I mean, I'm alive. I need that money to stay alive, that I don't starve, that I can care about my belongings and my health, and that is human right. And it doesn't matter what they blah, they have to obey that. Yes, because I give them a proof. They can absolutely transfer that money in that moment where I prove that I'm alive, send on my money account. But they don't do. Why? Because that is international covert from the last criminal scam that exists. And I told it also to the embassy, and actually human rights and Austrian laws and so on and constitution. It's a constitution thing, okay? The constitution is based on the human rights, and the law must be the constitution, and so on and so on. I told that enough times. Yes, every law must know that, every judge must know that, every policeman should know that. Yes, for what's and that is a collection of a violation of laws and so on. That's insane. Yeah. There's nothing to speak about. Now, that is a bastard. But anyway, really, it's for me really serious. He ran every damn night the air condition. And the last nights, since 1 week, it's really not so warm in the night. Yeah, you have warm nights too. Like two days ago, yeah. But it is already November, and it's to feel as well. It's to feel, yeah. And it's a really, I mean, that came in my mind because Universal Soldier, yeah, he was died for maybe in a little genetic experiment that he can hold the pressure, and now he has cancer because that what he get is not that stable. Or he said he told he left the CIA, and that all that shit, and yeah, obviously not. Huh? And make a good friend and so on. So when that is really that, then he don't delete me by the Facebook, man. I should be account because what I read, because he know exactly that it's true. He know exactly that it's true. And when he really wants fuck the bastards, then it's the best possibility. And I thought that he made a little bit on that, but obviously not. Yeah? Obviously not. Obviously not. Yeah. And yeah, what's going on? And I thought, yeah, that's the reason why he needs to run, because I was freezing inside. I had to take my not pullover, the sweater, yeah, to turn it on, because fucking not, it was freezing in the feet. Hello. Yeah, and I heard me the generator the whole night. Yes. What? That is not human. Okay, that is not human. You don't need in that night. You don't need AC. Maybe it also heats. That could be described, but you have it every day, every day. Also when it's not needed in any way. But the bastards know that I have problems with noise, terror, again torture. Yeah, YouTube's deleted from 5 noise attacks. 4, that is not so heavy. No. Yeah, crazy guy and so on. We know that how that works. When we have a little idea what's really going on the planet. Oh, yeah. So that was it for now. Maybe I had one something. Maybe I discover anything with add on that a lot of shit. This is insane. That I tried to show yesterday, but look at that. That is that. Oops. Sorry. I don't know if that is the sign that it works, but I would not surprise if it is, because the billiard you see, yeah? You saw it, hopefully. When if not, then scroll it back. Yeah? I say 2,000 miles, yes. Gosh, but so 2,000 miles, yes, 2,000 miles are sea miles. How many kilometers? Yes, and on the screenshot you see that from Texas to here. How many? It doesn't matter. Yes, it is ridiculous. It goes the whole time. It goes the whole time. It goes the whole time. Big blah 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 blah. Yeah, yesterday in the night I checked the whole the lights and all. That's the reason why the Austrian pension insurance didn't send me that money, but it's not also a minimum 6 or even 7,000 euro or rest, it doesn't matter. Yeah, because in November I get the double pension, and yes, they want the bank from me. Yeah, and how the bank, the Austrian Babak PSK did, that was criminal. And they refused. I told in the other video, I mean, I'm alive. I need that money to stay alive. That I don't starve, that I can care about my belongs and my health, and that is human right. And it doesn't matter what they blah, they have to obey that. Yes? Because I give them a proof. They can absolutely transfer that money in that moment where I prove that in my life, send on my money account. But they don't do. Why? Because that is international covert from the last criminal scam that exists. And I told it also to the embassy, and actually play human rights and Austrian laws and so on and constitution. It's a constitution thing, okay? The constitution is based on the human rights, and the law must be the constitution, and so on and so on. I told that enough times. Yes, every law must know that, every judge must know that, every policeman should know that. Yes, for what setting, and that is a collection of a violation of laws and so on. That is insane. Yeah. There's nothing to speak about. Now, that is a bastard. What anyway really is for me really serious. He ran every damn night the air condition. And the last nights, since 1 week, it's really not so warm in the night. Yeah, you have warm nights too, like two days ago, yeah. But it's already November, and it's to feel, yeah. It's to feel, yeah. And it's a really, I mean, that came in my mind because universal soldier. He was died for maybe in a little genetic experiment that he can hold the pressure, and now he has cancer because that what he get is not that stable. Or he said he told he left the CIA and that all that shit and yeah, obviously not. Huh? And make a good friend and so on. So when that is really that, then he don't delete me by the Facebook, man. I should be account because what I read because he know exactly that it's true. He know exactly that it's true. And when he really wants fuck the buses, then is that the best possibility. And I saw that he made a little bit on that, but obviously not. Yeah? Obviously not. Obviously not. Yeah. And yeah, what's going on? And I thought, yeah, that's the reason why he needs to run because I was freezing inside. I had to take my not pullover, the sweater, yeah, to turn it on because fucking not, it was freezing in the feet. Hello. Yeah, and I heard me the generator the whole night. Yes. What? That is not human. Okay, that is not human. You don't need in that night. You don't need AC. Maybe it also heats. That could be described, but you have it every day, every day. Also when it's not needed in any way. But the bastards know that I have problems with noise, terror, again torture. Yeah, YouTube's deleted from 5 noise attacks, 4. That is not so heavy. No. Yeah, crazy guy and so on. We know that how that works. When we have a little idea what's really going on the planet. Oh, yeah. So that was it for now. Maybe I don't something. Maybe I discover anything with add on that a lot of shit. That's insane. Now I want to show you that here obviously the engine is not to start from the cockpit. Oh! Hello! Now that works! Yeah, but it don't start. Okay. You saw it? You heard it. Yeah, so it's a full system. Yeah, but it is not that. It is all together. It's all together. I should I have here diesel. Yes, exactly to fill the pipes. But that mess here. The last time, moment, I opened that here, where the full how full the tank is sensor, because look at that. Yeah. So that don't work. You know nothing. You don't know nothing. Yeah. You know nothing. I'm single-handed. Yeah. It is ridiculous. How about here? For about this, I told me he should show me that and that I record that I can do. Yeah. Guess what? Completely not. Huh? And And from there, oil, I said diesel sprayed out in that time. So it seems to be full, but maybe it was just a pressure from from the, but it was quite a pressure. So I have really no idea. I mean, this is not my first boat. I had that never. I have that never. Yes, I have no idea what is going on in the US, but I had that never. I mean, it's not my first boat. Yes, that's again shit. Yes, that should not do such. That should not do such. And the oil pump, so the diesel pump was not activated. Yes, but it was when the engine runs suddenly. So it can only be the diesel. I mean, I have really, in physics, I have the highest scores. I mean, I discussed with Professor Dr. Anton Selinger about quantum mechanics, yes, and he was shocked. So das I don't understand. That surprised me. Magister Barbara Red was the moderator. She after the discussion and after that he told what he did. 60 persons in the hall was present. Only two, except me, had no topic missing because the reply about, I call it linear physics, but it's quantum mechanics. I have no idea what is the difference. And telling I was already really angry with red face. That is only another energy state. Then I told anything about chaos and in order and chaos, and it was, you could really the needle here fall in the hall. It's completely quiet. That's what is now. I mean, what I did so heavy tell that suddenly. So then he told me that this is ridiculous. Yep. And such guys get such, with such sellers. And all looked, watched those videos and give a shit. Yes. You're psychopaths, really. You're psychopaths. Absolute psychopaths, really. That is insane. That is insane. Man, what the telling did then in, was, I guess, ordered to build a quantum computer in Cooking by Austria beside a mental hospital. Why? Yes, to fulfill the Nuremberg Codex. No? Yeah, that was certainly not sarcastic. Experiments. Really, Austria is a piece of shit with their collection of shit, but also the US, really. And in a country where really the best developer are treated like that. This is I told in Mexico City I had police protection, nobody else. They all such a shit what is going on. That's the reason, Grandpa was 6th Army, Special Force, Stalingrad down. And he taught me from 7 years old on some stuff. And then 2 years each day, 4 to 5 hours, Jeet Kune Do on contest training. So tough, because I was only, with 12 I was sick of it. I told Grandma I know nothing anymore with any dogs in the white coats would only make shit with me. And the allergies got worse and worse. And it began with martial arts because I really was sick of the whole system. So try to cheat me there. Yeah, then after 2.5 years, it turns out that I have spondylosis. Then I really fall in Tai Chi Qigong to Dr. Pressure to balance them. Yeah, but to me is and so on. Yeah. That's the reason I know that. When they let me alone, and they could have possibly killed me later. Not with all that energies that I cannot learn properly and so on. There was a dog from the US was admitted, was whistleblower that since many years, since he told that time, that is already 5 years ago or so, that since 30 years they give shit in the vaccines that there's certain people that they get sick. Yeah, I think a little bit longer, or minimum in Austria. Yes. So that's the reason. Don't know. I try now to go on with here, but I make that video now and make me some food. And yes, I have with the brachy water. Oh man, really. Yeah, yesterday he told that already. Like, yeah, when you're on a elbow, you must drink that water. And blah, 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 blah. Yeah. What is for me clear, they want torture me, that idea to go and see out of me with traumas. That is that what they try. That is that what they try. I mean, you heard what, which, I mean, it should be very clear what that is. That is torturing, that is, I mean, that is, and that definitely, they work together with the Austrian government and the pension insurance, and the police is involved. They're all involved. Inner ministry, outer ministry, obviously, because what they all pull off is amazing. It is really insane. Good. Let's see what here comes out.